Thanks for having me, everybody. I'm Drew Deraney. I graduated from Fairfield University in Fairfield, Connecticut back in 1991. I was a psychology major. When I graduated, I still didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. So they had a job opening in the psychology lab department. It was a 2-year stint. So I worked full time there while I got my master's in applied psychology. And my role in the psychology lab was really to take care of the lab, procure what was needed for the research, student taught. And I have a couple of publications, one in cognitive psychology and one in social psychology. So I'm really into human behavior, obviously, and I love numbers, which kind of led me to, once I left, I went into healthcare administration. So I was in hospitals for 24 years. I started at a hospital in Hackensack, New Jersey. I was there for 6 years, started out in procurement. So I learned how to negotiate with vendors for medical equipment, medical supplies. And I was also the conduit from the materials management department to the construction department. So anytime we had a new department opening or a new project, I was on the inside making sure we would get the right equipment and stage it and have it ready for the grand opening. Midway through my career there, I got a call from the director of the operating room at the hospital, and she asked me if I'd like to be the first non-nurse as the support services manager. So 28 years old, I traded in my jacket and tie for scrubs, and I worked in the OR. I had 50 people reporting to me, everywhere from materials management to the equipment technicians to the people who terminally clean the OR in between cases, the operating rooms. Wonderful people, great experience. That's where I learned what a true emergency was. When the surgeon says, Drew, we have a patient on the table, we need this, that's a real emergency. So in my life now, people create emergencies, so I'm able to differentiate. After 6 years there, believe it or not, at age 30, I kind of burned out because it was 24/7 operation. And I was looking for something different. When you burn out at age 30, you never felt that before. So I started working at Merck Pharmaceuticals. I did 1 year of pharmaceutical sales. It wasn't what I expected. What I did learn there is I would have to really establish a need for the physicians if I was to convince them to change their prescribing habits. So that's something I picked up there. And, as I was there, I realized that when I was in higher education, that was a non-healthcare, nonprofit sector. When I worked for a hospital, that was healthcare, nonprofit. Now I was with Merck Pharmaceuticals, that was for-profit healthcare. So I wanted to go for the fourth thing, which was for-profit, non-healthcare. So I was recruited to be the operations coordinator for a startup telecommunications company. The headquarters was in Israel. They opened the US headquarters in Mahwah, New Jersey. I was the 13th person hired for the startup. I was the operations coordinator. I was responsible for procuring all the satellite dishes and the equipment. This is when broadband wireless was just coming out back around 1998, 1999. And the company went public, stock options, it was wonderful, but then the market saturated and we had more people, more sellers than we did buyers, and they started doing rounds of layoffs. When I got laid off after I had gotten married in May of 2000. My wife was pregnant, we had just bought a home, and now I'm out of work, all right? Not something I expected. Because when I was at Hackensack, I also got my MBA in healthcare administration. So I'm sitting there saying, how did this happen? So that was August of 2001. We all knew what happened in September of 2001. So I was out of work probably till March of 2002. I decided to go back to the healthcare industry. I was with Valley Hospital in Ridgewood, New Jersey for 10 years. First 5 years in same-day surgery, again, handling the materials management, inventory control and the surgical items for surgeries. And then a position opened up in strategic planning and business development. So now I traded in the scrubs back for a jacket and tie, and I did feasibility studies and profit and loss statements. I helped do the feasibility study to have us create the Women's Heart Health Program, which I'm very proud of. And as I was in that position, the president of the hospital said she wanted me to build the patient experience program. So I did build a lot of the infrastructure, and you'll see that today when you see Valley with all the awards. There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff. And then back in 2012, my boss at Valley Hospital got recruited to New York Presbyterian to be the corporate director of patient experience. And I got a call 2 months later, and I started as the patient experience specialist at Weill Cornell Medical Center. Did that for 3.5 years, building up their patient experience program. And when New York Presbyterian bought New York Downtown and changed the name to New York Presbyterian Lower Manhattan Hospital, I was transferred over there to start their patient experience program there. Great experience working in Manhattan and really helping and working in a world-class facility. Finally ended up getting a position at Nyack Hospital as the director of patient experience. Was there for 1.5 years, had wonderful knowledge there. And in October of 2018, I left the healthcare industry. I was itching to start my own company. So that's like the professional thing. I have 3 children. Matthew's 20, Nicholas is 18, and Emma is 16. So I was married for 18 years. We divorced in April of 2018. Divorce certainly took its toll on my children and me. And like I said, I spent years in the healthcare industry and left in 2018. And before my father passed away a few months later in January of 19, he gave me my blessing, which I needed. I decided to start my own business. And so I started Profit Compassion, where my purpose is to help people be the best version of themselves. I was going to start a healthcare consulting company, educating caregivers, patients, and families really how to effectively communicate with each other to improve the plan of care and health outcomes. I quickly realized that my lack of financial backing really prohibited me from starting from scratch, especially after the divorce. So I ended up fielding a cold call. I ended up talking to a company called Career Transitions, worked with a franchise advisor, and I looked at 14 different franchises and narrowed it down to Schooley Mitchell. So I bought a cost reduction franchise back in May of 2019. And in 2021, I also got involved with a groundbreaking biotech company in the health and wellness space because I was missing my passion. So I'm back in health and wellness right now. And I'm currently writing a book. And little did I know that from the time my wife moved out in 2015 to today, I was gathering the content for the book. And I'll get into that a little later. So about Profit Compassion, we each have something in our lives we need to improve. The top 2 are financial and health, and I'm proud to say I have a solution. So one of my companies is I own a franchise, Schooley Mitchell franchise, to improve businesses' financial health. And I also am an independent affiliate with the biotech company ASEA, where I can help improve individual personal health. And like I said about the book coming out, it's a self-help book, really for men to teach them how to self-care. I have this uncanny knack of taking on 3 or 4 of life's top 5 life stressors at the same time. And in an 18-month period, everything happened from the divorce and my father passing. And, you know, for my children, I got to show them that when dad gets knocked down, he gets back up. So the book will be about addressing life stressors in a healthy way and shortening your grief cycle and helping men. It's okay to be vulnerable, and it's a strength. So a little about Schooley Mitchell. My role there as a strategic partner with the cost reduction consulting firm Schooley Mitchell, I help proactive businesses across all of North America improve their profit margin by reducing their expenses with current service providers. My passion really is to kind of play like Robin Hood. Because all businesses deserve to pay fair prices, and 85% are overpaying for their business services. And I help keep more of their hard-earned money in their budget. So what are some of the common thoughts my clients have? They may wake up in the morning thinking, I wish I had time to control my costs. Business owners are always wondering if they're paying fair prices. Or they're asking themselves or saying to themselves, I wish I had additional monies in my budget to reinvest or pay my employees more. So our cost reduction overview, we specifically reduce your business expenses. Our clients save on average 28%. It's a risk-free service. Our fees are self-funded out of the savings that we generate for you. So there's no out-of-pocket expenses. We become the single point of contact for all service-related issues. And we have ongoing monitoring control, all that ongoing monitoring. We control your cost and we measure your savings for you. And it's hard to do that on your own, especially as a small business. We actually utilize specialized software, benchmarking tools, and best-in-class pricing database. So we know what your peers are paying, and we know what those vendors are charging, so we can help save you money. What are the benefits of our service? Well, number one, you incur no expenses and make no investment. We are completely independent of all vendors and suppliers, and that's important because we only act on your best interests. We consider ourselves vendor watchdogs. Currently, this slide is not updated. We have 26,000 plus clients and well over $360 million in documented savings. So my purpose there is to really help businesses improve their financial health. What categories can we help businesses in? Telecom, and you see them right there. We have 8. We have a 9th one coming out soon, and I'm excited about that. And our service process is really pretty simple. You can see here, there's a service agreement. We basically are a consultant for long term to make sure there's no price increases, there's no creeping of prices, there's no billing errors. We take care of that while you can focus on your core business. Step 2, it only takes about 4 to 6 weeks from the time we have all your detailed information to produce a value report. And that tells you what you're paying now, what you're paying for, and what you could be paying. And it takes about 30 to 60 minutes for us to go over that value report, and our clients choose what they want us to implement. We don't do anything without their approval. So that is the financial health side. On the personal health, and this is really where my passion lies, especially that 24 years, when you start working with patients and families by the bedside, it's kind of hard to compare that type of service. So as an independent affiliate with the biotech firm ASEA, I help proactive individuals transform their health and wellness by introducing products that are all powered by redox technology. I'm not going to get specific about redox, but it's native to our body, and it dissipates over time. After puberty, we create less and less of the antioxidants. ASEA has created a groundbreaking technology, 10 patents. No one else has it. So ASEA's cell signaling molecules are native to the body and merely enhance the body's ability to maintain health and accelerate healing. And now we just launched a cell performance line. So not only are we helping the communication process between cells so they can heal quicker, we are now helping the cells perform better. We've come out with Redox Energy to reduce fatigue, Redox Mind to reduce brain fog, and Redox Mood to lessen anxiety and overwhelm. We also have a real advanced skincare system to help your skin healthy and protected. All natural, all native to the body with redox technology. What are common thoughts of my customers? I told you about our clients with Schooley Mitchell. Our customers wish I had less discomfort. I wish I could focus more energy, improve my mood. So it's really makes me feel good that I can actually introduce something that can help people benefit in their lives. Cell signaling, I'm not going to read the slide, but cell signaling is very important because we need a balance in our life of oxidants and antioxidants. And as I said, as we age, we produce fewer and fewer antioxidants, which means similar like a cell phone signal, if your house is burning and you've got a bad signal and you're trying to call 911, they're not going to hear that call, your house is going to burn down. Same thing with our cells in our body. Our cells, when they're in distress, they need to yell out and say, I need help. If the signal isn't there, the immune system can't send help to that cell. And that's how cells break down. That's how we get illnesses. And that's how we get discomfort and fatigue. So we need to get that body back into balance, and we can do that. Cell performance is groundbreaking because it takes that redox technology I just told you about, and it adds natural ingredients at the efficacious dosage to improve your fatigue, anxiety and overwhelm, mental clarity and focus. And what it does, it's a powder you put in your water, 12 to 16 ounces of water. And the results so far has been amazing. I just placed my order the other day, so I can't wait to get it. Just a little more specifics. I'll share the slide with you guys, but this tells you about the cell performance specifically for Redox Energy, Redox Mind, and Redox Mood. finally the skincare, and we have a nutrition line too, all powered by Redox. So it is groundbreaking, and it makes me feel great that I can actually help people safely. And I also build a business on the second business on the side with a residual income and another stream of income. This is how you can reach out to me. A couple Linktree links, LinkedIn, and my calendar. So, and that's me in a big nutshell. So thank you so much for your time and allowing me to speak with you.